Episode 2 of Daily Coach TV is going to be live on July 8th, that's a Wednesday, at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. If you aren't familiar with Daily Coach TV, it's a brand new live stream show, 45 minutes long, and it's co-hosted by WNBA champion and Women's Basketball Hall of Famer Lynn Dunn and Maryland Men's Basketball's Director of Process, Coach Josh Chambers. Our first episode featured 3 special guest coaches, Carol Hutchins from Michigan Softball, Mark Trestman from the Chicago Bears, and Jay Martin from Ohio Wesleyan Soccer. And together, the group of 5 coaches talked about core values. You can join the show live by registering at the link in the description. If you can't join us live, register anyway and we'll send you the replay that you can watch through the weekend. For those of you that can make it live, don't forget to bring your questions. We'll see you on July 8th. Welcome to the Daily Coach's Sports Leadership Lessons, a reading of some of our greatest hits from more than 6 years of email newsletters that have been read by tens of thousands of leaders and learners. If you want our latest newsletter delivered to your inbox every day, you can subscribe for free at thedaily.coach/subscribe or follow the link in the description. The meaning of being grand. Amazon, under the direction of Colin Hanks and Ryan Reynolds, produced a documentary called I Like Me, detailing the life of their friend and actor John Candy. Candy began his career as a member of the Second City television show in his home country of Canada. His warm smile and chubby cheeks enhanced his comedic style. His career soared in the 1980s and early 1990s with a string of successful comedies. He starred in classics such as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, and Cool Runnings. He was also known for supporting roles in movies like Stripes and National Lampoon's Vacation. Tragically, Candy passed away from a heart attack on March 4th, 1994, while filming in Mexico. He was just 43 years old. During the documentary, Dan Aykroyd, a fellow Canadian, delivered the eulogy. I'm going to give it out today in the manner in which you would have wanted. You have been accorded a great honor. You stand up and walk to the front of the room without grief or weeping. Deliver loudly, clearly, short, and straight to the salient points, the best tribute and oratory possible from the heart of an allied professional, a creative brother, and a fellow Canadian who loved this boy from the Donlands like we had the same blood. We salute first a patriot who always professed and promoted the positive interests of the North, but who also welcomed into the fold Americans and was enfolded in turn by them. Like all on our planet, they eventually came to see his indistillable value. This is no meager life we reflect on today. This is as full a life as any human can live. Joy, emotional abundance of spirit, infectious rage, a tinge of Legoshi-like madness with his bottom reverse vampire teeth and all. A titan of a gentle, golden man. Magnificent of visage, eyes, and frame. Let none be deceived by what the less enlightened would label as girth, for there are many witnesses to the clamping power of his mitts, and the steel in his forearms, the quickness and lightness of foot and leg. Challenge him, and you'd be hurled away like a toy. There's a word in our language we don't hear much anymore, but it applies to Candy. The word is grand. He was a grand man. John Franklin Candy, devoted son, brother, altar boy, student, salesman, stage, radio, and television writer and performer, world-famous comedy ambassador, farce and dramatic actor, international feature film star, director, businessman, charitable benefactor, husband, father, and the sweetest, most generous person ever known to me. I loved him from the instant I laid eyes on him in his first impeccable suit, and I will never stop. Aykroyd's powerful tribute is a genuine display of love and affection for his friend. His choice of the word grand to describe his fellow Canuck causes us to understand what it might require to procure the description. Candy was grand in size and an imposing figure with a unique style to match his appearance. What allows the word grand to be used in several contexts involving Candy was his ability to make everyone feel like a valuable person, not a resource or a stepping stone to another endeavor. The adjective grand is a powerful description, one that most every leader would love to be called. A grand leader has several traits besides providing value to the workforce. They coach, they don't control. According to Harvard Business Review, top leaders don't just supervise, they individualize. They understand how to connect, coach, and unlock potential. They're not breathing down your neck, they're clearing the runway. They know your strengths and they cultivate them. Grand leaders develop people. They focus on what areas you excel in and tailor their needs accordingly. They want you to operate in your zone of brilliance, being great in one instead of good in a few. Grand leaders are humble and self-aware, which allows them to build trust with those they lead. Grand leaders learn from those they lead and aren't afraid to admit they need help. Grand leaders want big thoughts and ideas and allow you to work outside of the job description. They push you to go a little further than expected. Aykroyd described Candy as a wonderful soul who understood the value of saying thank you, which added to his grandness. Grandness is something we all aspire to become. John Candy was grand, and we thank Dan Aykroyd for helping us learn the lessons of being a grand leader. Thanks for joining this episode of The Daily Coach. On behalf of Michael Lombardi, Coach George Raveling, and the entire Daily Coach team, we're grateful for your support. Remember, the most important person you will ever lead is yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep showing up.